and then it says you are live.
Awesome. Well, we're going to go live on here too. I'm trying my best. Hi, everybody.
Get in both frames.
I'm trying my best to be partially in the frame, at least. Hi, everyone. I'm Lori, and this is Alex. She goes by many names at the shop. But,
typically at the shop, I'm known as Alexa.
Mm-hmm. So we can thank Don for that one. Yeah. Okay. So we're here today to talk about our Magic 101 class, which Alex is doing.
Yes.
And what day is that on?
So that's coming up on Saturday, October 16th. It'll be in the evening, about 6 o'clock or so.
Okay. Awesome.
It's right here in the shop, which is an awesome place, not only to shop, but also to like get good witchy inspiration. But yeah, I'm excited. Hi,
Liz. Whoever's pop, feel free to jump in, ask questions. Hi. I know, like there's we got Instagram and as well as you guys going, so we're kind of like
we're doing like the newscaster thing, like, and now more on the story at 8.
Exactly. Back to that. Speaking of, I'm sure you've seen both me and Alex in TikTok. We want to say first off, thank you. I don't know if you guys have noticed, but one of our TikToks is like over like 20,000, views, and we're almost at our 1,000 mark.
Yeah,
and I'm super excited because when we hit 1,000 followers, we can go live on TikTok, and we want to do a bunch of stuff with that. So head on over there. There's a giveaway. Check it out. There's crystals about the size of my fist, 4 of those, and a couple other goodies that we're giving away.
The TikTok's taking off, and I'm starting to actually get recognized. Like, actually, on the way in the shop, I got recognized.
She's
I was walking in, and someone's like, "You're the girl from the TikTok videos." I'm like, "Oh, thank you. Oh my god, my fans." So, but no, I love it. Because I have zero shame. I gave that up a year ago. So it's so much fun to have like a good fun space to play and do all of like the silly witchy goofy TikTok. So if there's a TikTok trend that you guys would like to see us do,
yes, please send us like sounds, whatever. Like we wanna do things.
You guys followed me on TikTok.
Yay! I'm glad that please, share the love. We give the love back.
Us pagans gotta stick together.
Yes. All right. So a little bit about so what are we covering in the Magic 101 class?
So,
first off,
I've been a pagan going on 15 years at this point in my life. I want to give all of you new agers, baby witches, diet witches, first timers, whatever you want to call yourself, I want to give you kind of a big, broad umbrella capsule that's going to cover like the definitions of all these words that you've probably heard of, things like spells, elemental correspondence, what to do with an altar space, basic stuff like why is it every witch seems to carry everything bundled in sage? Why is it that we put selenite on absolutely everything?
Speaking of selenite, sorry.
Selenite
sale this week. 25, I think. check Facebook.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll include, everyone will get a journal. Everyone will get some really cool printout and handouts. I want it to be a little bit of me kind of lecturing on here's the basics, some terminology, the ideas of tapping into magic, and then I wanted to leave the rest of it open for more of like a discussion and kind of a free flow class to where you ask questions, we answer, we can explore some ideas. I am going to put myself at your disposal for whatever weird questions you think you have, and it's something you've seen on TV once, something you read in a book once. Every topic is welcome. Every religion is welcome. Any spirituality, like you don't have to have any sort of spirituality or religion to come take this. You can literally just come and go, I'm curious.
So these are some of the classes that you guys do ask for. So please, we try our best to let you know when they are going on. So signing up for those just helps us out, because if that doesn't get signed up for, then that is a missed opportunity. And then maybe down the road, we forget that you asked for that class, but we technically did have that class. So please spread the love. If you're not interested, but you have a friend or family member that's interested, tell them. Like if you're not in the Cleveland area, maybe we can figure out a way that we can, stream you in and zoom in. And so just let us know. We would love the feedback. So
I've actually thought about talking to Melissa about that as well, that there are some of the classes, because I also do kind of like a Tarot 101 class. as well. I thought about offering it digitally on a Zoom platform as well. So that way, those of us that are out of state or can't physically get here in the shop on time, if that's something you would like to do, absolutely give Melissa a call. That's something that we can easily work through. We would rather be here for you guys as kind of little repositories of information available to you than to be very exclusive, like, oh, if you can't come in person, don't bother. Like, we're not those people.
Nope, we want you to come in. We enjoy doing these classes. Like this, like it gets us all like our creative juices flowing, and like a lot of us are teachers. We actually love and enjoy to teach things that we love doing. So please let us know like what we can do to help you out.
It's great, especially since we're coming up on the spooky season. So any of you, because I think that is the thing I like most about the pagan community and the witch community, is because it's becoming so much easier to access in the mundane, in the day-to-day.
Right.
Everyone wears crystals now. Everyone kind of has a sage bundle in the corner. Everyone kind of like, oh, that's my special candle. And it's people that you would never expect to be witchy, that when you hear them like, oh yeah, well, I cleansed the house. And you're like, you did what now?
Yeah,
Tell me more. And that's what I like about, witchcraft, is because it's for everyone. There is literally a path out there for everyone. And I fully believe that everyone has a path and knows the path. A lot of times they just don't have the vocabulary words or the tools to be able to say, oh yes, this is what I'm doing. Because like I knew what I was doing before I ever had the words witchcraft and magic and pagan, before I was like, oh, this is what I've been doing. I've been doing it this whole time, but I didn't have the right vocabulary words, and I didn't have the right tools to be able to kind of fully express and really thrive in that spirituality.
Well, we can think about it in the essence like of manifestations. I mean, manifestations are strong. Words are powerful in general. So that's magic happening through words that we utilize on a daily basis. And then people that love the moon. I mean, hello, we just had the new moon. Right. Moon rituals, love them. Always do them.
Well, usually the first thing I point out to people whenever they ask, like, oh my God, witchcraft, oh my God, I usually remind everybody that you've all done a spell. If you've ever had a birthday, you ever lit a candle on that cake and someone told you, okay, take a deep breath, think really hard about what you want, make a wish and blow that candle out. Okay, that's candle magic, y'all. That's how this works. You light the candle, you set an intention, and you put it out into the world and hope for the best. That is candle magic. So little things like that, and kind of getting magic more easily accessible in your day-to-day life, I think is important, because that connection for you and that connection to the divine, and also like the connection you can get with your community, is also nice. Because now in the witchy community, when we all message each other, it's usually like, oh my God, look at this crystal. I'm gonna buy 8 of them. Buy the other 8.
Or we also message each other like, hey, how about that Mercury in retrograde?
It's been rough.
I don't know about you, but I know certain people don't believe in it, but
yeah, no, the Scorpio and me.
I was going to say Scorpio. We're both Scorpio.
Yeah.
So
it's fun. It's fun to see the dichotomy between Scorpios that are like, oh my God, retrograde. And the Scorpios are like, oh, fuck, retrograde.
Right, exactly. This one's brutal. I'm not going to lie. I don't know about y'all, but this one, I've been tired.
But yeah, I'm excited to teach you guys. I'm excited to answer questions. I did not have a teacher when I was growing up. I had to become my own teacher, had to become my own kind of, mentor through this. And I want to kind of make it a little bit easier for everybody else to break into the path a little bit, and kind of not do the work for you, but give you the shortcuts to the kind of work that you should be doing, so that you can kind of figure out what it is you want to believe in, what it is that you want to incorporate into your practice, and things that can really help you stay connected and feel just that awesome spirituality that everybody has.
So then, are we going to be making connections too through movies? Are we going to talk about the craft? Harry Potter.
Yes.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
Practical magic.
Yes.
It's an excellent book and a movie.
And the Witches of Eastwick.
But yeah, and that's the thing, is like, that's a lot of people's first blush at what magic looks like is social media, is TV shows and movies and books. And you find yourself looking through these and reading these and going, is this right? How accurate is this? And that's the kind of information you are more than welcome to bring to the class and ask questions. There's no dumb questions, because it can't be a dumb question if you don't know it. That's how that works.
So Liz, I love you. Mercury retrograde doubter, but I'm wearing a blue adventuring bracelet just in case. All right. Feel free to talk on either platform and let us know if you have any questions. Like, we love this. We love when you interact with us. It helps us, make the flow of these lives go better. So we're going to try and do more of these more often as well. So please keep tuning in. As I said,
yeah, that's actually, I don't know if you knew this story. That's actually, movies was actually the first way I got introduced into anything witchy.
That's funny because that's the same with me. What's your favorite? Hold on. What's your favorite?
So mine's really unconventional because mine is a James Bond movie with the tarot cards. But as far as far as like just traditional guilty pleasure magic movies, Practical Magic is my go-to.
Okay.
Because I love the idea of that family element and that like sisterhood element, that familial element of being connected, and just how casual those witches act with everything that they do, that it's just no big deal. Like, here, tie this hanging rope around your neck, you'll be fine, it's no big deal. And I love that aspect of keeping it very casual and very,
and we do have a Practical Magic candle in here, by the way. It literally says Practical, and it smells like something.
It smells like Practical Magic.
Yeah. And then we have a Hocus Pocus one that smells like butterbeer. To me, it smells like Harry Potter, but I don't know about you, but it does. It smells like butterbeer.
My first intro into anything witchy, we watched the James Bond movie Live and Let Die.
Okay.
And there's a tarot reader in that movie, and her name is Solitaire. And she has a tarot deck, and the whole, the villain uses her to, get readings about what might happen or what Bond's going to do or is a plan going to work.
Is it going to turn out?
And because of how excellent Eon Productions was with the James Bond, rather than just making a prop, they actually made a deck of cards.
Oh.
And had an artist work with them to make the deck of cards. And my family was really big into Bond. So my dad just here's this James Bond thing, deck of cards. And I was 15. I'm like, I don't know what these are, but I love them. I'm obsessed with them.
Right.
And I was in my room and I'd be playing with them. I'd be using them. And I knew I was doing something with them, but since I was kind of on my own and my parents did the typical teenage thing of all right, well, just don't take it to school. Keep them aside. But yeah, it was one of those funny things when I finally got to Cleveland and I finally got a little bit more situated in the community, realizing I've been reading tarot cards.
I've been doing this for XYZ
literal years.
Yeah.
Because of a movie. Because someone went, that's cool, here you go.
So my first one, I guess I would say as little would probably be The Worst Witch, which not a lot of people know about. The Worst Witch. And it has Tim Curry in it. God, yes. Tim Curry. I love this man. Who does not love this man?
Right.
And he sings in this movie. I mean, he's the Grand Wizard. He comes in as the Grand Wizard, flies in, and sings this amazing song. And thank you for stopping in, Liz. But it was a girl that fumbles with magic. She always screws up her spells. She always screws up in school. It's like Harry Potter, but for girls. It was just an all-girl, witchy school. And so basically she's considered the worst witch, but she saves everybody from this big thing that happens. And it's based on a book now, and then they just reintroduced it on Netflix as a series for this generation, which is lovely. I love that they brought it. But this was a movie when I was little. And then as I got older, around 10, it was The Craft. The Craft
is a great movie.
The Craft, I literally would sit there. I would do freaking light as a feather, stiff as a board with anybody. Anytime we had to sleep over, light as a feather, stiff as a board. Can we do it?
What teenager, what group of teenage girls never actually that was one of the things I thought was funny as I got older, when all the guys started to realize, what'd you guys do it? Those sleepovers,
pillow fight. No.
Seances, light as a feather, stiff as a board, ritual sacrifice,
Yeah.
And then we watched Titanic.
Yeah. That sounds about right. We usually watch scary movies, and it was The Craft usually. And then we always tried to practice one of those spells that was in the movie too. I always tried to see if I could change my eyes or change, whatever. But yeah.
And those are things we can all talk about in the intro class. I wanna get through the idea of the mythology behind some of these spells and actually show you here's really what this could work with, and this is why in the TV adaptation, like Sabrina's another great one.
Yeah,
of just
so,
like,
and there's
ugh.
well, now we know there's two versions of that. We have the dark Sabrina,
Yes.
and then we have the light campy Sabrina. But there's also another movie that it kind of gets side, Teen Witch, that was literally like the beginning of Sabrina.
Yes.
I could go down this rabbit hole with the witches.
I think maybe that needs to be its own live of just like
Witchy,
just witchy social platform media, movies, TV shows, books that we've become obsessed with.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fun things like that you realize you have a lot more in common with people, because the idea of like your favorite movie being something about a girl that fumbles with her magic, it's like that's literally all of us. Everyone has done a spell or done something. You're like, well, crap.
Mm-hmm. It's not the Hermione. Like, it's not Hermione.
Yeah, we're not all.
I'm not a know-it-all. I'm definitely not a know-it-all. I don't know.
Magical though I may be.
I am the person that trips over my own feet, and I just spilled the whole potion, and now it's amok.
Yeah, no, I'm the person that if I can't keep the ritual candle lit, I go screw it and go take out the electrical candle and turn it on and set it there and then go, it's fine, it's working, we'll deal with it. So yeah, I think that's a good part of like beginning your own magical practice, is if you don't give yourself permission to mess up, if you don't give yourself permission to like try something and fail at something, you're never going to actually feel confident enough to start doing and working.
Yeah, you have to trust your intuition. Magic. That's literally spirit coming in. Is like, you don't trust this, then like, why?
Yeah,
why? It's literally them connecting with you. So, if I didn't trust my intuition, I wouldn't be giving readings. Because seriously, yeah.
Well, that's the thing, is like a lot of people. That's usually one of the first questions I ask is, well, what if like what you're saying doesn't make sense to the person you're reading for? It's like, well, it's not supposed to make sense to you, because a lot of times that connection you get, if you're scrying, if you're doing tarot, even if you're meditating, like some of those thoughts that just kind of funnel in and land themselves very heavily in front of you. That's literally your higher power's way of going, are you paying attention?
Right. Hey,
listen.
Knock on wood. Hello.
Like I had a very bizarre dream last week, and it stuck with me, and I couldn't get it out of my head about it. So I throw it out to all my coven sisters. I'm like, hey, who wants to take a crack at my dream? And they're all like, yeah, hit us up. 4 different people came back to me in private messages with the same message of, well, this is what I think it means. This is what I think it means. And it's that awkward moment of like, dang it, now I got to take it serious because 4 different people independently said this, which means this is my higher power's way of going, hey, pay attention. Listen.
I love that. I've been asking spirit more and more to connect my mediumship, and it's literally just had the person I just had, like, nice. Boom. I was like, oh boy, you guys are coming in, aren't you?
See, and I love that. Cause the only kind of toe dabbling I do anywhere near the mediumship sphere is usually towards, Samhain and Dia de los Muertos. I do set up an ofrenda. I talk to my great aunt. But I would love to actually have like a TED Talk series for the shop of some of the readers of what we do, like mediumship, psychics, tarot readers,
No, that's why I'm trying to get the TikTok where that's
so we can basically do TikTok, TED Talks of here's what we do.
Yes, exactly. That's what I'm trying to do, is like also talk about like what do we do? Like, hi, you may see my face, but right. Do you know what I do and why I'm here?
What we get up to.
Exactly. So, that's the other great thing is she's one of our readers. Let's talk a little bit about that. Besides you doing classes for magic and witchy stuff,
witchy things.
Yeah.
The other thing I do here is I do read tarot cards, and I also am the one in the shop that throws the little tiny gemstone penises.
Hence our video.
My cute little, like big boys. Big boys. Yeah, that was super fun to film. I take a twist on the idea of throwing bones and divination pieces, and I incorporate them into love, sensuality, and sexuality readings, because I feel that's a part of not only people's health but people's magic that doesn't get addressed as much as it should. And so I throw my divination pieces, and you as person I'm reading for throws little gemstone penises on a mat, and we interpret what that looks like and go from there. And I've had awesome success with it. Some of them get downright hilarious to the point of like,
How about bachelorette parties?
Yes,
If parties. By the way, some of us do parties. Just
happily.
You got to call a store, but we will gladly do.
We are a great thing to like an excuse to get the girls together and like drain a bottle of wine or two.
Yeah,
have a reader come over.
Readings. I think that's more fun sometimes than having a stripper. I mean, it's not, it's not downfall, but like, hey, right. it's more. Sometimes it's funnier to hear what Spears got to tell you.
Well, no, because like there are several readings that I do. Like I always ask permission. I'm always very like polite. And how blunt can I be? How honest can I be with you? And there have been several times that I flat out had to look at something like, honey, the dick ain't that good. What are you doing? And the looks on their face of like, dang it, I knew you were going to say that. I'm like, then why are you here?
Yeah. Why are we in this bus?
So, and that's what I like about those readings is that it kind of breaks through a lot of
barriers that normally
and lets people talk about shit. Because that's the whole point of tarot is it's you having a conversation with your higher power or with a higher power. You're just kind of using a literal third party to get it funneled through so you can hear it.
Yeah, makes sense.
So,
yeah. Well, along the same lines, I also do tarot, oracle, and I'm a psychic clairvoyant. So,
oily men are sort of gross anyway.
Oily men. Is that what you said? Oily men are sort of gross
anyway. Hey, Sandy.
Okay, Sandy, where are we going with that?
Talk about it? And I know in some countries like the oil wrestling is still definitely a thing. And
well, we also have the bodybuilders. They have to get like all oiled and super slick for their competitions and stuff. But
what that has to do with magic, Sandy?
About the strippers. No, okay. I was thinking that was another.
What you don't see is Sandy's in the chat going, "Oh yeah, those oily men, those are kind of gross," and we're like, "Are you in the wrong chat? What are you doing, Sandy?"
I mean, Sandy, some of them also have glitter. I mean some men do. They have glitter.
Hey, they are accountants. They're paying their way through school.
She's so laughing. Weird. I love it. You are not an angel, by the way. We know Sandy. We know Sandy. She comes and visits the shop. Wow. Okay. Back to what we're kind of discussing. So, again, I'm Lori.
I'm Alex.
I do tarot, oracle, crystal card, as well as psychic clairvoyance readings. So my readings are more along the lines of me getting stuff from your guides. You may see me sit and write. I kind of do a little bit of automatic writing and drawing. Sometimes I get like literal like things like whatever I'm seeing, and I write it down and everything. And then I've been asking for mediumship. Hi, creations. So, like,
how did you get into it?
So I lived in Arizona. For 6 years. So I studied with a shaman, actually. Opened my gifts after my dad died. Mm-hmm. So he kind of was like popping in, like, hey, you got these gifts. Start using them. Like I hit them when I was little, I guess. So start using them. Start opening those back up. I'm like, all right. I'm going on my journey. Did my journey for 6 years out there and kind of hit it. I was in the closet, as we like to call it.
The broom closet.
I was in the psychic, tarot closet. And I came out like this past year. I kind of came out like.
You come out of the broom closet.
I did. I came out of the broom closet, and my boyfriend would say the broom closet. Literally, he would be like, "Oh, the witch." He always,
yep.
He's hilarious about the witchy stuff. But literally started on TikTok. That's how I kind of got like into doing it. I was like, well, all these other people are doing it on TikTok. I'm going to do it. And so I did. And then Melissa, I was watching you guys online, and she's like, we need to get Lori reading here. And I was like, What? Did I? Oh, excuse me? Did you just say?
Lori's like, what a coincidence. I need to be reading there anyway.
Right. And then it just went down a rabbit hole from there.
How and when can we get a reading with you ladies? Sandy asks, how and when can we get readings?
Let's get to 1,000 followers on TikTok. We're almost there. I'm game. Me and Alex can definitely
I would love
do some TikTok readings.
I would love to do a live TikTok. That would be hilarious.
Yeah, it would be.
But as far as like the mundane non-TikTok users go, every month, last Sunday of the month, Melissa does do a psychic fair.
on Halloween of nonetheless. I'm so excited.
We get to wear costumes.
Yes.
I'm pumped.
And I actually work on my birthday, so I have the shop.
Dude, no, I'm pumped. Like, so Samhain is the 31st, the 2 days of Dia de los Muertos, and then the 3rd is my birthday.
Oh,
so it's like
okay.
a 4-day powerhouse.
Okay, so on the 28th, the Thursday, I'm working
things to
on my birthday, and then it's like
it's gonna be a powerful week.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a powerful damn week. But no, so we have the psychic fair every month that we're at, and usually Lori and I are almost in at least one weekend, if not more.
Yeah, I'm here every week. So Alex is here at least 1 to 2 times a week on the weekend. So you can check us out. We have those posted on the website at goddesselite.com. And yeah, and then you can always call the store too if you ever want to like we just talked about private parties or anything, or find us specific reading with us.
Find me on my social media pages. I'm on Instagram. Please feel free to reach out and message me questions, things like that. We're pretty easy to get a hold of once you get brave enough to kind of poke.
Yeah, just poke the bear.
Creations by Sue. Do you?
She know. Yeah, this one actually. So Creations. She makes some amazing like body stuff, like body butters and like scrubs and stuff. And she's one of my followers on TikTok, and so she's following the store because she saw all the goodies we have here, and she's like, she's from Michigan, so so she's gotten a reading from me, a private reading.
Nice.
Because my readings on TikTok are different than the ones in person, because my TikTok ones are like quick, like one question, bam, out the door, whereas my like private readings are like more in depth. So, but I'm also no BS type person. I'm gonna give you straight, literally what spirits tell me, you're getting it. I'm sorry. I'm not. That's not what I'm here for. I'm here to tell you what spirits telling me to tell you.
Girl says I got some goodies from Goddess. Ooh, I like that.
Yes, she did. I think she probably ordered some. Yeah, I'm Melissa's very happy today with us with TikTok.
Well, that's the other thing that I like the fact about Melissa is that she ships worldwide. She tries to keep the store up to date online as much as possible. Like what you see in the live videos and the TikToks, like that's what's sitting on the shelves for you guys to ask for, speak for.
I do the social media for, so whatever you're seeing in stories, on the Instagram posts, Facebook posts, in the Facebook groups, on TikTok, I'm doing the best I can to get like all that like new stuff posted, and like you guys are only seeing like a small portion of this.
And did you know that we have a clearance section?
We do have a clearance section.
Not that you need that, because Melissa gets new inventory in every week. Which is the other reason I really like this store, kind of above, although I'm terribly biased, above some of the other stores, is Melissa changes inventory.
Oh yeah. So, and she listens to you guys. Like if you ask her for something, she listens. Yeah. That's why, like we said, if you ask about like classes or ask about things like that, we try our best to like find somebody that does these things. So it really does, like, it helps us to know you as the customer, what you want. Because the store's been around for 30 plus years. I mean, it's one of the oldest stores in the area. So
I have mad respect for Melissa.
Yeah. And we were probably like, probably a fourth, maybe a fifth of the size when we first started. It was a tiny.
Somebody posted like memory pictures a couple years ago of like back in like the early 2010s.
It was down the road.
When it was just like white tables with little bins of rocks sitting on it.
Yeah, and now it's.
And I remember that part of the store.
It's like 1,500 square feet, I think, in here. Yeah, and we're like, and I swear, we're always like, I feel like we're out. We're outgrowing. Like I told her, I was like, let's buy the place next door. Let's knock it down. We can't knock Hanks down. We got to get the one next on the other side. Because then we can just make that a classroom. Got one a classroom over there, and then just let this be
let the store take over.
Yeah, exactly. I feel All right. Well, thank you for hopping on today, you guys. Again, we got Magic 101 with Alex
on the 16th. I'm super excited. I have journals, handouts, questions to be answered. Like I love teaching, and I love teaching things that I'm passionate about, and I'm passionate about witchcraft and magic. So I'm looking forward to the opportunity to like be there for you as you get brave enough to come out of your own broom closet.
Exactly. So, we have a lot of classes coming up too. We actually have divination class on Tuesday. So every Tuesday there's always a class. So it's either divination or development. And then there's a couple other classes and events coming up. So please check our Facebook page for the events, or on our website. We try to update that as much as possible, but you can always call and ask if there's any type of other classes. But we're always posting and letting you guys know whenever we have something going on. So check those out. Thank you.
Night, guys.